A girl was standing on a rooftop. "This is the 30-second test," she said. She smiled softly. "I have no final words, because this time I'm going to succeed." With that she jumped off the building. Instantly she was teleported, splashing into the ocean. As she emerged from the water she looked around and realized she had landed 50 kilometers away from the starting point. That test was a success. A new record, she said to herself, satisfied. It was now confirmed. She was a teleportation user. Without wasting time she teleported back home, right into the bathroom shower. "Oh my, what's this?" her mother gasped. "Mina! When did you get in? You keep startling me like this." "Sorry Mom," Mina replied, wringing out her wet clothes. "I just needed some air so I went to the sea." Her mother sighed. "Sit down. Let's eat." As they sat down her mother added, "You remember this weekend is your dad's memorial, right? Make sure to greet his colleagues properly." "I know, but Mom please don't cry," Mina said quietly. A flashback played in her mind. Her mother, consumed by grief, had once screamed that she wanted to kill the bastard who murdered her husband. A man had held her back, trying to calm her. Mina is watching, he had reminded her. Back in the present, Mina stood once again on a rooftop ready for more tests. "My teleport cooldown is about 1 to 2 seconds. Maximum consecutive teleports, 24. After that my stamina drains fast," she noted to herself. Today she planned 2 experiments. The first, overlap, going through walls. She almost succeeded, but the moment it felt like she might fail her body bounced back to the original location. Her body felt like it had been slammed into a wall over and over. The second test, how much distance she could teleport in one go. 5 billion won in cash? It was possible, but she returned the money immediately. This ability could be amazing for school or cram classes, she thought. No more worrying about transportation, but she knew using it for commuting was far too risky. Just then she saw an expensive car nearly crash into a group of people. A red-haired girl stepped out. "Some kids never have to worry about how they're getting to school," she thought bitterly. People say having rich parents is the real superpower. But Mina couldn't help but wonder, why does her ability exist? At school she wandered to the back and teleported high into the air. "One thing this ability has shown me, compared to what I used to know, this world is much more beautiful," she whispered. She teleported back down, but then she heard something. A group of students was bullying a boy. "This lipstick won't wash off," one of them sneered. "It's from our company's new cosmetics line," the red-haired girl, Lua, said proudly. "Hey, what do you think? This should keep Chani looking out of place at the club, right?" She continued laughing. "You're such an artist, Lua," one of her followers said. "Stop wasting time on things that don't make money," another one muttered. They mocked the boy, took pictures, and dumped water on him. "Hey guys, should we debut Chani at the club tonight?" Lua giggled. "Oh, so that's why you did his makeup yourself?" One girl laughed. "We're friends, right? I'll even get him a boyfriend tonight," Lua said mockingly. Mina watched silently, seething. Lua and her gang are garbage, she thought. She considered using her ability to disappear, but then Lua noticed her. "Hey! Were you hiding from me? Were you scared of me?" Lua shouted. "I really hate when people avoid me, you know." Lua approached smirking. "There you are. Since you're here, why didn't you answer me the first time I called? That's just rude." She slapped Mina across the face. "Oh, are you glaring at me now? How scary," Lua mocked. "Hold it," and Mina told herself. "Staying quiet is the best course of action here. How long are you going to keep acting like a fatherless brat?" Lua sneered. "Your fatherless presence is insane." She turned to her friends. "Didn't you know? Mina's dad was actually kind of famous. He was even on the news." "Right," one of them said. "Wasn't he a cop? That's why he was acting tough." "Stop it!" Mina finally shouted. Lua hit her again, this time harder. "No one talks back to me," she hissed, slapping her again. "You're not supposed to hit kids with glasses," one of the idiots muttered. "Again with things that don't make money," said another. Lua threw some money at Min-ah. "Use that to buy new glasses." "Well, just for a slap." "Hey, Min-ah asked for another hit, and maybe we'll get you plastic surgery too." "Both of you stay after school," Lua ordered. "We'll take you somewhere nice." "Go easy on her. She's just a poor girl with no dad," one muttered. "Lua, why did her dad die anyway?" one of them asked. "Oh that?" Lua said casually. "He was stabbed to death." Min-ah's stare darkened. "What was he fighting, gangsters or something?" one asked. "No," Lua said, laughing. "He was stabbed trying to break up a bar fight." "How pathetic, right? Who the hell dies from a drunk guy's knife?" Suddenly Lua found herself screaming, because she was no longer in the schoolyard. She was in the middle of the ocean. "I told you to stop, didn't I?" Mina said calmly. With that she shoved Lua further away. Lua's friends looked around in confusion. "Where did Lua go?" one asked. Meanwhile Mina sat down trembling. In the ocean Lua struggled, drowning, calling for help. Mina was still shaken. Then, a smile crept onto her face. Lua screamed again before sinking deeper and deeper beneath the waves. We see a flashback where her parents ask her what she had done. She killed her dog Dory because the dog killed her bunny, and yet Dory was acting like nothing happened, living happily. So she gave Dory the punishment it deserved, just like with the red bit. Back at school Min-ah was gasping, thinking about what she had just done. She threw Lua into the ocean. Did she really kill her? Lua's friends were still confused, wondering where she went since she had been there just a moment ago. They asked Min-ah and the boy if they had seen her. Min-ah realized that no one had seen her teleport and that she had erased the stupid redhead. But then she looked at the boy and realized he could have seen her. Min-ah wondered if he had seen her. What should she do? When Chan-hee was attacked by one of the assholes asking where Lua went, the other boy tried to calm him down, but the stupid piece of trash kept yelling at Chan-hee. Losing it just because Lua was gone? "If you go nuts at school you'll end up in the news," the other one said. But the idiot continued yelling at Chan-hee asking where Lua was. "At this rate he's going to die," Min-ah thought to herself. I have to save him, but if I use my ability I'll be exposed. Should I just throw them in the ocean like Lua? They're just trash, thought Min-ah. But then a teacher stopped them. Oh teacher, it's nothing. He fell, so I was just helping him, another idiot said. Fell? Don't talk that nonsense. He's bleeding like that. That can't be ignored, the teacher said. Hey Mr. Youngho, why are you making a fuss out of nothing? And while we're at it, when are you going to pay back my 50 million won? The idiot said. Why make yourself visible to a loan shark on purpose? Is this lack of awareness or stupidity? Another girl said. Min-ah had heard rumors that their teacher had gone all in on crypto and lost everything. If you get it, scram. Got it? The boy said. Where's Lua? The teacher asked. Lua's grandmother, the chairwoman, called the school. She said she can't reach Lua, so I came looking for you all since you're always together, said the teacher. You should have told us that first. We don't know where Lua is either. We're looking for her as well. If you find her first, let me know. I might knock off some debt, the guy said. What are you doing? The girl asked. Something really messed up. Remember, we never saw Lua today. She didn't disappear while with us, you understand? He yelled. Hey Kihan, what should we do about these guys if they start running their mouths? One of the monkeys asked. Listen up. From now on you find Lua and report to me. Got it? Kihan said. And keep your mouth shut, he added, saying the same to Min-ah. Min-ah remembered how she dropped Lua and understood that she was already dead. What do I do, Dad? I just killed someone, Min-ah said to herself, looking at Chan-hee, thinking she had a witness. The scene shifted to the Philippines, where a man said he'd give the money and asked to spare him, but another man with a scar said the money had been paid to have him killed. The man screamed that he would give more, but it was too late. The man talked on the phone saying the job was done and that today was his daughter's birthday. He was calling her and we realized that Lua is his daughter, but she floats dead in the ocean. He says there's no surprise she wouldn't answer and says he's never going to be a good father, thinking when will she finally let him see her? It's been 2 days since Lua disappeared. Normally if the granddaughter of one of Korea's richest men went missing, the whole country would be in chaos, but that didn't happen. It was quiet. This is wrong. No one knows, said one of Lua's friends. Do you really have no idea what happened to her? If she doesn't show up soon, shut up and keep reaching out to others, the guy shut her down. If we didn't find Lua, we're dead, he exclaimed. We see his chat with someone who tells him to pick up the phone. Gunwoo, where's Lua? Did you find her? He asked. Lua? I couldn't find her. She's nowhere even after roughing up everyone we met. No one knows, said another guy. And Kihan tells him to bring him in immediately, he says. Kihan says you won't abandon me, right? We three are on the same boat, the girl said. I only hung around you because I was into Lua, but why should I clean up your mess? Gunwoo said. Are you really trying to back out like this after all the memories we have together? The girl asked. What memories? You realize how pissed Hyung is right now, she said, showing him the pictures of what he'd done. I got every last bit of it. He was enraged, saying, when did you take those photos? Kihan calmed him down, saying it wasn't blackmailing, just a little reminder of how important they were to each other. Let's focus on finding Lua and where that bastard Chan-hee is, Kihan yelled. We see Min-ah, who says she never used to care who was behind everything, and now it turns out it was Chan-hee. If he actually saw me, what should I do? Min-ah thought to herself. Lua is the heir to that El-Hey group. If the heir goes missing, they'll do whatever it takes to find her. If he opens his mouth and El-Hey group finds out I'm involved, I won't get out of this clean, Min-ah thought. Min-ah then tells Chan-hee to go to the PC club with her. The scene shifts again to the man with the scar, where the woman says everything from yesterday is wrapped up. The target will officially be reported as killed by a rival gang. But he says something off. My daughter Lua, her main account hasn't updated in 2 days. That's strange. She should have posted about her birthday party. The woman says spying on his daughter's page is kind of creepy. She already hates you, so. What are you talking about? It exists for this exact reason. I'm her dad. Of course I check, he said. Didn't you say she doesn't even consider you her dad? Just relax, the woman said. But before she could finish, he says to turn left at the next intersection. They're being tailed, he said. One car behind, one on the right. They push on the gas and get away while the pursuers scream that they've lost the target. Team B and C surround them. When they get to the car, they realize that the duo left the car, but then they're ambushed. The man with the scar defeats most of them while the woman points a gun at the remaining ones. The scar guy is surprised to see a Korean. Who the hell are they? The man says they are here under the chairman's orders to escort him. So Hyun is surprised to hear that. Mother-in-law sent them? The man says that she has a message saying Lua has disappeared. The scene shifts to Min-ah, who looks at the news and is surprised that there is no mention of Lua in any news. Are they trying to hide it? She thought to herself. Min-ah wonders why Lua's grandmother is acting like nothing happened. Is she really pretending everything is fine? Then Chan-hee asks her, are you looking for Lua like Kihan told us to? Min-ah stares at him, wondering, is he actually stupid? Even Lua's so-called friends aren't looking for her. Chan-hee continues, I'm just worried you got dragged into something dangerous. But Min-ah doesn't care about that. What really matters is, did he see what I did? What should I do with him? But then she hesitates. No, I'm not a murderer. He didn't do anything wrong. Min-ah sighs and says you should move with me from now on. A clueless guy like you would get robbed every day. But Chan-hee shakes his head. There's nothing good about hanging around someone like me, he says, then runs off. Suddenly Min-ah notices breaking news. A man with a knife has been spotted near the PC cafe. Outside, Chan-hee sees a wounded woman and rushes to help her when an insane man with a knife lunges at him. Just as the blade comes down, Mina teleports in time to save him. Right before jumping in, she had seen Chan-hee. If he dies, it would be convenient for me, she thought. No witnesses. But she remembered Lua's words, and in that moment decided to save him. Everyone around is shocked. Where did she come from? But the man with the knife turns on Min-ah and she instinctively teleports midair. She floats thinking, what should I do? But the man jumps to attack again, so she drops him from the sky, and he dies because he didn't have a water bucket in his inventory. Everyone is stunned, staring at the body on the ground. Min-ah teleports back, realizing, I killed someone, again. And then that creepy smile forms on her face once more. Breaking news spreads across the country. Witnesses say a person in a parka fell from the sky onto the knife-wielding suspect, and vanished. A blurry video shows the moment. The internet explodes. Meanwhile, a typical mafia-looking boss is playing golf. Strange things are happening lately, he mutters. A serial killer falls from the sky. Lua, the heir to the Il-hei group, disappears. Now all the coins are dropping in value. Who the hell started these damn rumors? We then see the three idiots from before, and it's revealed that one of them is the mafia guy's little brother. I just wanted to start a legit business, he mutters. Suddenly a bodyguard knocks Ki-han to the ground and the boss uses his face as a golf tee. You owe me 5 billion won, he growls. Ki-han protests. Lua had a bunch of business investments. I'm still managing them. I can recover. The mafia boss pauses. Tell me more. Back at the scene, Min-ah stands behind the police line. I forgot my bag in the PC cafe. She can't teleport because the place feels unfamiliar. But then Chan-hee appears, holding her bag. Is this yours? He asks. Min-ah thanks him and starts to leave, but he stops her. How did you do it? She freezes. He saw everything. We cut to a beach where kids are playing. Lua's lifeless body floats toward the shore. Back to Min-ah, Chan-hee asks again, how did you do it? I don't know what you're talking about, she says, trying to deflect. But Chan-hee keeps following her. Is your hand okay? He asks. You got hurt catching the killer. It was you, right? Just like with Lua. Min-ah is stunned. He knows. She thinks to herself, no one would believe him, but the knife has my blood on it. The police probably took it. Then she turns to him. I killed them, she says coldly. They were people not worth living. She steps closer. You're so stupid. You're standing in front of someone who killed 2 people. You saw everything, and yet here you are. She grabs his shirt. His body stiffens in fear, but Min-ah just laughs. There's no way I'd kill you. If I were a murderer, you'd already be dead. She walks off, but as she runs, she realizes, I really almost killed him. Behind her, Chan-hee yells, thank you for saving me, but Min-ah doesn't turn around. That never happened, she mutters, running faster. What is this feeling? We switch back to Ki-han and that girl. Ki-han curses the mafia boss for using his face to tee off and remembers he has 1 week to repay his debt, or die, figuratively and literally. He grumbles, why do I have to pay for this? Lua was the one who talked him into investing. Why is it my fault? Just then Gunwoo walks in. My brother told me to keep an eye on you. He doesn't want money. He wants your 5 billion won forex portfolio. If I give him that, I'll be broke. This is all because of Lua. Ki-han yells. We need to find her. He tells Gunwoo, gather everyone. Start looking for Lua. Right now. Gunwoo runs off immediately. Ki-han watches him go and mutters, what an idiot. He turns to the girl. Call everyone. Sell off all of Lua's stuff. Meanwhile, Min-ah watches the news again. Reports praise the mysterious person who took down the man with a knife. People say it's a good thing that killer died. He could have hurt more people. Min-ah smiles quietly. But then the news anchor says, authorities are staying silent about the unidentified individual, citing overwhelming public support for their actions. The scene shifts to a luxury car pulling up. Lua's father has already returned to Korea. He stands silently by the window. Then the head of the Il-hei group, Lua's grandmother, enters crying. We see a flashback. Lua's father arrives at the hospital and finds his wife dead. In silence, he stares at her lifeless body, trying to stay composed. A man must protect his family, he reasons with himself, no matter what. Then Lua's grandmother enters holding a newborn baby in her arms. I at least expected you to protect her when we left, she says coldly. He opens his mouth to speak, but she shuts him down immediately. Her name is Lua, she declares. She will become the heir of the Il-hei group. She glares at him. Where were you when your wife died? When your daughter was born? You're worse than a beast. Soo-hyun, the father, starts trembling on the verge of either rage or tears. The scene shifts back to the present. Soo-hyun is now staring out a window, speaking softly. It's been 16 years, and I finally met my daughter. He continues, when she was born, when she grew up. I was never there. The chairman of the Il-hei group approaches him. I didn't call you here because you're her father, she says coldly. I know who you are. The greatest murderer alive. She pauses. Find who did this to Lua. Bring me their head. But Soo-hyun shakes his head. I'm not your subordinate. I'll find them, yes, but not for you. He clenches his fists. For once, I want to be a good father. It's been 5 days since Lua disappeared. At school, students murmur in the halls. Where is she? Did she run away? Things are kinda better without her. Maybe she's dead. Min-ah listens quietly from behind a locker. A faint smile forms on her face. I've killed 2 people, and yet everyone's in such a good mood. Just then Chan-hee walks up to her. Hey, Min-ah notices how cheerful he looks. He seems brighter than usual. I did the right thing, she thinks. She turns to him. Act like you don't know me. Then she smirks. Didn't you call me a murderer? Aren't you scared? But Chan-hee shakes his head. I never said that. I was just saying thanks, and I want to repay you for saving me. Min-ah shrugs. A can of coffee is enough. I didn't sleep, so I need some caffeine. Chan-hee lights up and immediately runs off to buy her a drink. As Chan-hee returns with the coffee, two familiar idiots find him, Ki-han and Gun-woo. Hey, Ki-han growls. Were you looking for Lua? Before he can answer, they drag him up to the rooftop. They begin beating and shouting, where's Lua? They also demand to know where Min-ah is, but Chan-hee insists he doesn't know. You two are nothing without her, he yells, which only infuriates them further. One of them, Ki-han, steps aside as he gets a phone call. A girl's voice on the line says, I found the warehouse, but I'm not sure if the stuff is there. Got it, Ki-han replies and quickly leaves. That leaves Gun-woo alone with Chan-hee. Gun-woo continues to beat him mercilessly, demanding answers. But just in time, Min-ah appears. She steps between them. Gun-woo's attention shifts. Were you looking for Lua? Because if not, you'll die, Gun-woo says menacingly. Min-ah stares at him unimpressed. That face, like he's never been scared of anything in his life. He grabs her by the collar and yells, are you listening to me? But Min-ah calmly replies, no one's ever punished you before, right? And in the very next second, Gun-woo falls from the sky. Now I'll punish you. Something you've never received, Min-ah says coldly. He crashes down hard, his leg breaking on impact. He screams in pain. Min-ah laughs. You're overreacting. Gun-woo yells, where are we? Min-ah looks around and says this is the Tower of Repentance. The company that owned this place went bankrupt, so no one comes here anymore. It's the perfect place to reflect on your sins. Gun-woo stares at her, confused and terrified. What the hell is she talking about? Min-ah crouches beside him to check his injured leg. I'll give you a chance, she says. Repent for what you've done and I'll let you live. Fueled by anger, he lunges at her, but only injures himself more in the process. Min-ah sighs. I don't understand people like you. In a trembling voice, Gun-woo mutters, why, you idiot. You don't know who my brother is. But Min-ah doesn't care. She teleports him again, then again, over and over until he's lying on the ground whimpering and crying. I'm sorry, he sobs. Min-ah kneels beside him. At least that's some progress. But you should have said that to Chan-hee. I'll do whatever you say, he cries. But just as she turns her back, he grabs a rock and tries to hit her. Without even flinching, Min-ah says, there's no hope for you, and teleports him away. The scene shifts. Ki-han, the other idiot, is on the phone. I'm telling you, we don't need Lua's permission to sell her stuff. He ends the call and walks back, only to realize Gun-woo is gone. Where the hell is he? He asks Chan-hee. But before Chan-hee can answer, something crashes down from the sky with a loud thud. It's Gun-woo, broken, bruised, and unconscious. Ki-han's eyes widen. What the? He's so shocked he wets himself. Chan-hee just stares. Then he looks up and sees Min-ah. She gives him a small, satisfied smile, and then vanishes. Meanwhile, Lua's father is staring at an old photo of the three idiots. We should start with them, he says coldly. But there's no way those clowns actually did it. Lua's body was found 50 kilometers from the shore. He pauses, eyes narrowing. I barely know anything about her, but if we squeeze them, maybe we'll find out why she died. His partner walks beside him, watching him with admiration. Maybe she thinks she can be the one to fill that wounded heart, both figuratively and literally. They arrive at the school gate and see police officers standing around. Lua's father approaches a student. What happened here? He asks. The student hesitates for a moment. I think someone fell and died. Mina answers calmly, and two stares at each other.